Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We're back for another video. Happy Friday to everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are up, out of honey. You're in those streets, or you've already gotten where you need to go, honey. You got your coffee, your tea, and you're getting where you need to be this morning. Thank you guys for waking up with me. I am Karon. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Let me get a sip, child. Woo. All right. Good morning, Lana Thomas. Good morning, dear. Good morning, it's Cookie Dough. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to everybody. Good morning and good morning and good morning. Let's get into our show, honey. I see you guys pouring in. Good morning, Aunt Natty. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It says that we are snowed in today. Oh, child, our snow is starting to melt. We had that black ice with our snow as well, and all of that stuff is starting to melt. The sun is out. I'm looking at it now through the window. The sun is out, melting. The kids are back in school today here. They've been out all week because of the weather. So, yeah, the kids are back to school today. My son was not happy about it. My son was like, Mom, on a Friday? Like, we've been out all week. Why they sending us back on a Friday? But child, so yeah, so enjoy the snow. Enjoy the snow. I was enjoying the snow. I mean, it was beautiful. I wasn't about to go nowhere. I ain't never driving on no damn snow and ice. But yeah, child. Yeah, so y'all be safe for those of you that are still in areas where there's snow. If you guys have to go out and about, definitely be careful because baby, I've been seeing a lot of accidents and I've been seeing a lot of videos of accidents and people slip sliding out there trying to get maybe to work or to the store or wherever they're going. Child, y'all be safe, okay? You know, nobody getting no accidents and getting hurt out there trying to be in them streets. So y'all be safe. Hopefully you guys have already gone out and gotten what you need from the store so that you don't have to be out in that inclement weather because, baby, that could be so dangerous. All right, don't wreck your car out here for no damn eggs, cheese, and no damn sausage and some chicken wings, okay? Y'all be careful. All right, good morning to everybody. I see you all coming in. Lisa Bell said good morning. Say good morning, morning. You put it up. Carry everyone in the chat and all the mods said I'm here and I'm ready for it. Yay! All right now. Says, can we change the name of Little Man Huntsville to Criminals? Child, we're gonna talk about that. Child. You know that's on my list, Aunt Natty. Okay, you know that's on the list this morning, honey. Ken, baby, child. I was wrapping up my video last night when it was brought to my attention about Ken, child. I said, Lord, this show is just the most toxic show ever. If everybody on that damn show minus Melody Cherie ain't had some kind of run-in with the law, damn. We're going to get into it, though. I promise. I'm going to drag his ass thoroughly because he deserves it. His fake ass on the show trying to act like a fake ass Gerald Levert. Oh, Casanova. Yeah, Casanova, your ass. Someone sit down. I'm about to help you out in a few minutes here. Ken the Pen. That's your ass now. Ken the Kingpin out here. We're going to talk about his ass. I said, I got up early just to catch your lies this morning. I appreciate it, Aunt Natty. I appreciate it. Ooh, child. These folk out here just cannot stay out of the courthouse and out of the jail. They can't stay out the damn jail out here. We're going to talk about it, though. Let's get into our other stuff because y'all don't be ready to start yelling just yet. So we're going to get into it, though. We're going to get into it. Okay. Oh, yes, honey. Y'all already laughing. I ain't even gotten into the show good. Let's get into all these other shenanigans first, child. Then we're going to get into the bullshit. Because, baby, yes, honey, everything said in the video, though, is alleged and, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let me go back. I see somebody say they got a birthday. Y'all know I love birthdays, honey. Let me scroll back up just a little bit. Hold up. Somebody sent me a little message. Let me see. Corey Swain. Corey said his birthday. Let me find out your birthday that day, Corey. Happy birthday and happy Friday to you, Corey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hey, and that was without a warm-up. Come on, Rail. That was without a warm-up. That's for you, Corey. Happy birthday, baby. All right. Thanks for joining my show this morning. All right. Thanks for joining my show. And happy Friday to everybody. All right. Anybody else with a birthday? Anybody else with a birthday? Say Corey Swain is my birthday also. Oh, happy birthday to you too, Cookie Dough. Happy birthday, Cookie Dough. Happy birthday, Cookie Dough. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Cookie Dough. Woo! That was a quick one for you. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Yes, yes, honey. Come on, Cookie Dough and Corey Swain. Y'all have a good birthday this morning. This morning. Have a good birthday this morning. All right, y'all enjoy your day. Don't let nobody piss y'all off. Turn up. Gang, gang. All right. Let's get into the show. Let's get into the show. Y'all know I'll be singing happy birthday to y'all. So, and that child, and y'all don't be singing in the morning. Y'all don't be doing no singing in the morning. My voice don't wake up to about 10:30. Okay. But that's for you. All right. Let's move on, honey. Let's move on. Love y'all down. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Be safe out there. All right. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Let's get into our topics because we do have some. Yes, y'all wish them a happy birthday now, okay? Y'all wish them a happy birthday. That's big, honey. You only get it once a year. Somebody didn't wake up this morning, honey. So they ain't gonna get no birthday. But Cookie Dough and Corey Swain show did. So happy birthday to them. Y'all enjoy your day. Love y'all down. All right. Yes, honey. Happy birthday. Give it to them. Flood them, child. Happy birthday. All right. So shout out to the Jasmine brand. Quadwell from Married to Medicine says that her boyfriend, child, her boyfriend, her man, girl, her new man, King. She called him King. He might be a kingpin. I don't know. Checked her ex-husband, Greg, child, during the Married to Medicine couples trip. We already saw the little clip for that. And explains why she's very disappointed in Phaedra, child. Why is everybody coming for Phaedra? Phaedra's catching hell this damn season, child. I'm glad she done got the hell up off this show because it's given they don't like no damn Phaedra. This says YouTube is not sending out the notifications. It's crazy because other people are getting that as well. Try to go back and make sure you are still subscribed. Typical sugar cookie. All right. My apologies to you. That is definitely a YouTube error, but make sure you are still subscribed and make sure your notification bell is still on. All right. A lot of times YouTube will unsubscribe unbeknownst to you, me, and anybody else. I've seen a lot of people having some issues with that. So that goes for anybody that's watching. If you're having issues with not getting your notifications, just check it and make sure you are still subscribed. Okay. Thank you. All right. So somebody said, you go. I love that. Y'all know I'll be singing over here, child. All right. All right. So let's get into what Quad had to say.
Season 11
yes.
of Married to Medicine. Congratulations. Season 11.
Yeah, that's a big
lot of shows don't make it that far. It's been very, very spicy.
Yes.
Now, there's going to be a reunion soon, right?
Baby, I'll be back here in February.
Okay.
February the 12th, we're going to be filming. No, the 13th. I'm sorry. We'll be filming the reunion.
And what is there something that we can expect from this?
A lot of things.
Ooh.
The deal is that a lot of emotions were evoked. I think the setup that people had for me season 10, they actually set themselves up season 11. Getting into it a fall face first. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So I think that's what happened. Yeah, I think we were recently on a couples trip. We do that every season.
Yes.
And this time, I brought my man with me. And everybody thought it was a great idea when my ex-husband and his new wife came on the trip.
Yeah.
But the people were not ready for what I had in store. I'm just saying, baby. I'm just saying.
I love it.
So my ex-husband got in his feelings, became a little bit belligerent and irate, and King checked him on it. King is a man's man. Yeah. Yeah, He's a man's man. He's a man's man. No man is going to allow another man to disrespect his woman, especially in his presence.
That's right.
And so you'll see that unfold continuing with the show.
Oh my, I can't wait. And I have to say, on the show, I love seeing you and Phaedra.
Yes.
Y'all are friends. But the season, it's like y'all are at odds now.
Yeah, ain't that nothing?
Well, can that relationship be repaired?
I'm just very disappointed. I think that's the best word that I could say and use to try to not slay her.
Really?
Okay, I think I was very, very disappointed in some of the things that she had done behind the scenes. And it's kind of like she's up to her same tricks, different day. And so that's disappointing. But hopefully one day she'll change. And if there's something there, I'm open.
Okay, so you are open. Season 11 of Married to Medicine.
Why is Phaedra is catching strays everywhere? Girl, I'm glad you got off that show because the girls were not feeling you over there, Phaedra. Damn. Now you guys did see the clip where they had like a little almost knockdown drag out where Quad's man got up in Dr. G's face and they were about to be fighting on the damn show. All right, that is going to be shown on the show. And from what we do know is that King, which is Quad's man, is no longer allowed to film. And I think a lot of that had to do with Dr. G letting production know he did not want to film with him. He did not feel like it was a safe environment for him to be on the show, being that he's violent and running up on people. So y'all know Dr. G is a regular on the show. King, this is his first season being on there with Quad as her storyline. And now his ass ain't on there no more. So production have suspended him from being on the show. I don't know what Quad gonna talk about now. Maybe you're gonna have to get along with the girls because you can't film with him after that particular episode. Okay, so whatever footage that he had already filmed with the show, of course, you guys will see that. But anything after that altercation, you will not, because he has been suspended from Married to Medicine for that altercation, running up in Dr. G's face and trying to fight him. He was very aggressive, they said. And even when production tried to pipe him down, he was still like on the rah-rah. So that's what his ass get. This was your first season. You came in here trying to be on the fighting and stuff, sir. No. All right. That is not, you're not on baddies and all that other stuff, child. Take that shit over there to Zeus. That's Married to Medicine. That's Bravo. Bravo don't do that Zeus bullshit over there. So there you go, child. But I don't know. Quad, I have to be in the mood for Quad. Quad sometimes irritates me, and then sometimes she's okay. I'm glad she found somebody else. I'm glad she's in love because, baby, it was giving me the heebie-jeebies every time she was trying to be coming after Sweet Tea about Dr. G. I was like, girl, please hurry up and find you a man so you can leave them alone. You all on the show talking about, can I hug you? Asking Dr. G, can you hug him? And following Sweet Tea and all in her damn comments and stuff, knowing damn well you don't want to be her friend. You just want to know what they doing. You just want to know what they're doing. You didn't like that girl. When he proposed to Sweet Tea, there you was in the comments, oh, congratulations. Over there, chat on your Vesta Williams bullshit. I thought it would have had been me. Sit your ass down. I'm glad you found somebody, though. Moving on from you, girl. All right? I can't stand that. I cannot stand. I'm not trying to be no friends with the ex or somebody I'm dating. F that. No. What you want to be friends with me for? Because you want to know what I'm doing with him. Girl, no. No, we're not friends. We cannot. All right. Somebody said can't stand her. Let me look at some comments right quick. What y'all saying about Kawhi? Let me look at some comments before we move on, child. Yeah. Somebody say I love that. So I love that. You go real. I love that. Y'all know I be singing now. Y'all know I'll break out singing in a hot minute. We ain't scared to sing over here. Now I sing. I said to Mariah, please come and get Miss Potato Head, please. I like Mariah, but Mariah is never coming back on this show. I don't blame her. Mariah is sitting at home, honey, with her legs crossed, sipping her tea, watching the bullshit unfold with a check, of course. Mariah's like, I'm about to come on that bullshit. I can sit at home and be paid. So Big Head Quad is no one's friend. Child, okay. This says that she is just fake. She be fake crying too. I don't like that. Quad, you do be fake crying. I got to call you on that, Quad. You be fake crying, and we don't like that, girl. All right, hopefully you find a storyline this season, because, baby, so far it's not looking so good for you. All right, so let's move on to somebody else from Married to Medicine who is thoroughly getting on my nerves and stay on my damn nerves. She tap danced on my last and final nerve, and I'm sick of her ass, and I want them to go ahead and boot her from the show because she just be doing way too much, all right? Not sure why she's so worried about what Toya does with her money, but she's still talking about it. Now, we talked about Heavenly the other day, calling out Toya for not giving a certain amount of money for some type of Med Gala that they had on Married to Medicine. She's saying that if Toya can be out here spending $3,200 on Louis Vuitton bags, then she can be giving this and giving that. Well, you can't count her coin and tell her what to do with her coin. You made some bad financial mistakes as well that you've already admitted to when you got that beauty shop. I don't know why you bought a beauty shop and you always coming out with your hair toe up like Sonic the Hedgehog, like somebody done damn put the windmill on you. You look like your ass just got out of fight every time you come online, but you got a whole beauty shop. Your edges don't be laid down, and I know you got edge control in them. Your hair don't be brushed down, and I hope you got a few brushes in there. Okay, damn. Like, why you coming out looking busted and damn disgusted? Like, That's what it gives with you, Heavenly. But then you want to be counting somebody else's money and tell them what they need to do. Girl, pipe down. But let's listen to this bullshit.
Yeah, y'all, this Toya look good. Toya look good. If staying home with your man, damn how the house is rented, damn how all of that. I don't care about none of that no more because I done talked to y'all about that already. With a high ass mortgage, but that's okay. Not mortgage, even lease. High ass, you can't write it off, but that's okay because she living in a loving lap of luxury and she look good. Look at her. Come on now, somebody. Y'all old hags out there working in y'all offices, and Toya, she not thinking about no damn money. In fact, this is who I really need to be in the ass on, but I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be click because we had a whole freaking Met Gala and she ain't giving out a damn dime. She gave $1,000, bitched about it so bad, Jackie gave it back to her. But now you're going back on the next episode. Now, Cure for Moms is a great foundation. The wife died. Judge Glenda Hatch's son. Yeah, y'all, this Toya look good. Toya look good. If staying home with your...
Oh, okay. So for those of you that watch the show, she's talking about the Met Gala, like I said, that they had on Love and Married to Medicine, rather. And she was saying that Toya initially gave $1,000, but then they said that she was complaining about it, so Dr. Jackie gave her $1,000 back. But then Heavenly's going to come back and be trying to read her talking about, oh, Toya looks good, but she's living a life of luxury in a house where they are leasing versus having a mortgage. And, so what? At least she has a roof over her head. Okay? They'll figure it out. Hell, they've been doing this shit since season 1, for real. Her and her man been doing that, child. Her and Eugene been moving. Like, what difference does it make? Are you gonna pay their mortgage? Are you gonna buy them a house? From what I'm hearing, they already building another house. So they building another dream house. It's their second dream house, child. Okay. Let Toya and Eugene be toxic and do what they want to do with their money. If Eugene wanted to stay working extra hours and never be home with his family because he's trying to allow his wife to overspend, let him do that. That's none of our business. They've been doing that shit since season 1 and before. Okay, they done had tax issues and all that. But I think Heavenly stay worried about the girl so much. Like, why are you worried about another woman and what she does with her coin or anything? Focus on yourself. Focus on you. It's weird how women worry about other women so much. Where's your girl? Where's your husband at? Worry about your husband. See, you focusing on other women and your husband is focusing on other women. That's what it's giving. Dr. Damon don't give a hot damn about you most of the time. He probably sick of your ass. That's why he be at the office most of the time, because he's sick of your ass. You be worrying about other people and what they got going on. Let that girl spend what she want to spend on what she want to spend it on. If Dr. Eugene don't care, you should never care more than him. He's the sole provider in that household. Toya says she make her own money on the side from her little business, and she can spend it on what the fuck she wants to spend it on. I ain't about to tell nobody what to do with their money, because ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do with mine, and that's just on period. All right. So Toya did clap back, and she did respond to Heavenly. She said that this girl is always lying for attention. She says, if I would have known her as a child, she said that I would have tried to give her the love that she lacked. Oh, Lord. She says that I'll bring my receipts and more to the reunion. She says, I won't entertain a woman who's trying to hide her life secrets by creating drama with the cast. I see that. Y'all see that. She won't talk about her family dynamic and how she grew up and how fucked up she is as a person. And her, issues in her marriage, because there's signs there. There's signs there. It's like you screaming out. You are irritated by what's really going on in your life. So you are deflecting and you're putting that on others who ain't really got shit to do with it. I see that in you, Heavenly. Happy people don't cause problems for other people. Happy people mind their own damn business and do what the fuck they do. It's given that Heavenly is not happy. She's miserable as fuck. So she's now trying to attach herself to anybody that would give her the attention that she seeks. See, Toya came back and responded to her. That's what Heavenly likes. That is what Heavenly likes, that attention. When you argue back with her, she loves that. I wouldn't have said shit to her ass. Let her sit there. Baby, you talking to yourself at this point. Period. You talking to yourself. I wouldn't have given her shit. Where it really count, Toya, is at the reunion. Blast her ass. Whatever you need to say, that's what you do, honey. Keep your job. If she's talking shit about you, y'all wait till you get to the reunion, pull your receipts, and then whatever you might know about her, that's where you go and hit below the belt at the fucking reunion, because I'm be watching. Y'all already know the reunion be better than the show. That's what everything come out at the reunion. because they ain't got to be following no storyline and no script and all that. So whatever they know, child, is you say some shit and I got some shit I'm gonna say. And most of the time, mine gonna sting you a little bit more than yours sting me, because that's how it is. It's a dog eat dog world, child. Whenever you at the damn reunion and on the show, so I mean, y'all know Toya got a little slick mouth, so she gonna come out swinging. I'm sure Heavenly is gonna come for her because that's what she does. But the girls are tired of Heavenly, and people have said Heavenly maybe need to take a time out from this show and get her shit together, because she's becoming a Debbie Downer, a cancer on the show. She's this dark cloud, and everybody's sick of her. She runs to social media and always blasts her the cast members that she worked with. Like it's hard to be around people like that, and she's just giving way too much. I don't know how Jackie do it. Maybe she's using the whole idea of keep your enemies closer, child, because baby, they didn't used to get along. Heavenly and Jackie did not used to get along, so now it's like they're the best of friends. And I feel like it was by purposes of Heavenly trying to come in between her friendship with Simone, because y'all know Dr. Jackie and Simone been friends forever, which caused some type of friction on the show between Dr. Jackie and Simone at one point. Where I didn't think they were gonna be friends, because Heavenly was trying to come in between their little friendship. But I don't know, Heavenly is giving too much, and she always has it out for women. It's so crazy. Girl, find some peace, find some help, get some therapy. Like for real, when people don't want to be around you and everybody's saying the same thing about you, it's got to be true. So all right. But so once Toya says that she's going to bring the receipts to the reunion, she said that Heavenly continues to create drama with the cast, hashtag attention seeker, hashtag liar. Heavenly came back with bring the receipts at at the real Dr. Jackie said that you didn't pay a dime. Truth is true. Now you're going by hearsay. If Toya says that she has a receipt showing that she paid something, why do you care? Pay your money and go sit the fuck down. Like, that's how I see it. Like, stop clocking my coin, girl. Okay? Stop clocking my coin. Let's move on. Let's get into some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. Shout out to Baller Alert, because that's what we're looking at, girl. All right, so Drew Sidora, honey, with her lying ass. Drew Sidora is talking about how she's still dealing with bullshit from her soon-to-be ex-husband, Ralph. Y'all know she's married to Ralph with his lying, cheating ass. She has a new song out. I think it's called You Got Me Effed Up or something like that. And I'm pretty sure it's about Ralph. Ralph gives Martell. Okay. Ralph gives Martell vibes, minus the slowness. He's not slow in any way. He's also a musician. For those of you that don't know, Ralph is a musician, but he's a fucked up individual. He and Drew are going through a divorce. Ralph has refused to move out of the house. Same shit Martell was trying to do with Mel. Talking about I'll stay downstairs, you stay upstairs. Mel was like, fuck no, you need to move out. But Ralph has refused to move out of the house, so he stays in the basement, and Drew and the kids stay in the house. So obviously he wanted to be monitoring what she does so that he can still sit there and argue with her and be the asshole that he is. So Drew is doing an interview where she's talking about where she claims that her soon-to-be ex-husband Ralph pretty much has her effed up from all the things that they're dealing with in their relationship. All right. I don't know why they just don't go and get divorced. I mean, damn. Let's get into it, child.
Be a noun, a person, place, or a thing that got you fucked up.
My estranged husband. Soon to be ex. Yeah. Got me fucked up.
Oh. Okay. Can we unpack it, friend, or is that all you're gonna give us?
I'm going through a divorce, so that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm. He got you fucked up.
Yes, it's going on 2 years.
Okay.
Why does divorces take so long?
You know, if you have assets, you have to divide them and all that stuff, right?
So I'm learning, like, you know, you fall in love. It's all the beauty. It's like the kisses, and you build a family, and then you go through something like this, and it becomes complete business. It's like
it's
paperwork, negotiations, division.
You have to accept it or no, I don't accept that. Well, you got mediation, all that.
Mediation, you go again, it gets continued. You got to schedule.
Your schedule's crazy. His schedule might be all over the place.
Yes, it's
all the way down to the dog. You guys pets and stuff like that.
Everything. It's down to the recliner chair. I mean, it's just
it's a list.
To the spatula. Who gets the recliner?
So you have to.
Now, what are some things that get on your damn nerves? It could be a noun, a person, place, or a thing that got you fucked.
All right, so y'all hear that? Drew is saying that pretty much they fell in love. They had those kids. They were trying to, you know, grow their lives together. Now that they're going through this divorce, it's become a business. Ralph pretty much attached himself to her 100%, the same way that Martell tried to do Mel. I'm telling you. And then there's no coinky dink that Ralph and Martell are like best of friends. They go golfing together. They hang out together. When Martell goes to Atlanta, he's always hanging with Ralph. There's pictures to prove it. Okay. He is an asshole just like Martell. All right. He really is. But Drew is going through hell because Ralph didn't want to move out. He wanted to be, still staying in the house so that he could still have some control over her, kind of like how Martell was. But what he did was Drew, of course, y'all know, aside from her being an actress and doing, because she was in the TLC movie and a few other movies as well. Ralph has attached himself to Drew in order to be able to claim whatever fame she has. And what I mean by that is she does music. She's putting out a new album. He, in the beginning, was trying to attach himself to her and write music for her. So everybody know if you write a song for somebody, if the song blows up, you're going to get a certain percentage of, the royalties or whatever you make from that song. So he knew what he was doing. He's a musician. So he was trying to, and I kind of blame Drew because you're mixing business with pleasure. And then when things go left, then you got to split all this stuff and makes it even more complicated. Like, don't mix business with pleasure. Do your thing. If you're going to be a singer, do that. Work with your own producers. Do your own thing. Don't be trying to get Ralph up in there. I don't give a hot damn if you do play piano and all these other instruments. Hell no. Go do that with somebody else. Because it makes it more complex when you get ready to go your separate ways. Or in business, I always say never mix business with pleasure. My husband don't have a desire to have anything to do with the business stuff that I do. He has his own business stuff, so do I. And it should be that way. Business and pleasure should never mix. I support him 100% on what he does. He supports me 100% on anything that I do. He pats me on the back. Go, babe. He's my biggest cheerleader. But don't mix the two because then it makes things complicated. That's how a lot of people fall out. Money, business issues. Don't mix that shit. That's for anybody in my chat. Do not mix business with pleasure. And that's how Drew and Ralph wound up falling out because he wanted to control her life. He knows too much of your damn business. Okay, he knows way too much about your business and you put him in everything. His only job in your life should be being the best husband and supporter and father that he can be. And that's just it. Do y'all agree with me? Do y'all agree with me? I'm just saying. Don't mix business with pleasure. Let's continue though.
Say who gets.
Yes, you have to agree on it.
Yeah.
Who gets
has
the
to be
dog?
An agreement. Yes.
It's everything.
So that shit got you fucked up.
Listen,
Man.
at this point, I'm like, take it all. Like, you get to that point too, where you're like, I don't want to fight, and you really learn like these things don't matter, because the headache, or just give it up and I'll get it back.
Say who gets.
Yes, you have to agree.
See, now he's and he knows this woman got children. They have children together, rather. But bottom line is it's easier, Ralph, just for the sake of peace, because you got the money to move out. You just don't want to move out because one, you want to know if she's dating somebody. You want to be in the house so you can come down from the basement, come upstairs when you feel like it, and see what she's doing. And then sometimes sneak upstairs and try to get some, like Martell was trying to do with Mel. Like you low key want to get divorced, but you high key want to be nosy as fuck and still be there to be a thorn in her damn side. So you want to be able to kind of like Kim and Croy too. I feel like if one of them would have moved out, maybe they could have worked shit out. But the longer you stay in that same space with that person, the more you hate them. You seeing them every day. You already not getting along. So every little thing they do pisses you off. The house is not big enough for the two of you to try to stay under the same roof and get along. Especially if you're going through divorce. If you decided and you filed that you're getting a divorce, there's no reason for the two of you to be under the same roof. I don't give a hot damn if you do have children, because it's worse when the children seeing you guys argue all the damn time. It's toxic as hell, and it's mentally draining. It's mentally draining. Drew, focus on your business and your life in terms of you growing your career of being this actress and incorporating your music abilities and all this other stuff and people that you work with. Ralph shouldn't have nothing to do with that shit. You should have accounts that Ralph shouldn't even be on. He should not know every single dime you move in, that you bring into the house. My husband don't know every dime I bring in. It ain't about keeping secrets. It's about being smart. I'm just saying. We got joints. We got joint account. Then we got separate accounts. And that's how it should be. You still got to have your own identity even though you're married. And I think people lose that when they get in relationships. You don't have to display everything to somebody else. Have something for yourself. Because suppose this person wake up tomorrow and say, you know what? I ain't in love no more. This don't work for me no more. Then your whole entire life is wrapped up and tangled up into this person, and you're fighting over things. You stressed out because you opened up way too much of your life and your business to this person. You can't move on. You don't have a means to do what you need to do because that person gonna be on that level of petty. We all know when people are hurting, when people are fighting, the first thing they want to do is try to hurt you the most, and the first thing they want to do is get into your damn pockets and fuck up your account, take all your money out. It happens all the time. Keep things separate. Have some things together, and it's okay to do that. But keep some things for yourself so that if and when things don't work out, you can still keep moving, honey. That train can keep on rolling, like the song say, honey. That train gonna keep on moving, baby. Ain't nothing stopping, baby. Ain't no brakes over here. We still rolling. And that's how it has to be. Be smart about it. I think women, sometimes we fall in love and we just forget about self. We be so focused on trying to please other people and please that man. And if kids are involved, you be so focused on the kids, and that's fine to focus on your kids. But you have to make time for yourself. Make sure you are taking care of yourself. Store up things for yourself. Build some wealth for self. Build wealth for self. Okay, I might need it on a shirt. Build wealth for self. Okay, I get it. When you're married, you are one. All right, but you also need at least one account for yourself that nobody else can touch but you. But whatever you want to put in there, you shouldn't even have to say, hey, honey, I've got about $200,000 in this account. No, that's your money. Get something together and then have some stuff apart. Drew could have avoided all of this, but you're in that situation, and it's going to make your divorce a whole lot longer and a whole lot messier. Whole lot messier because you was not smart about your damn business. Okay, child, let's move on. Enough of that. Hopefully they figure it out, child, because she's filed for divorce now over a year or so now. It don't take that long, baby. It don't take that long to get divorced. That's the same thing I said about Simon and Portia. Like, y'all should have been divorced at the end of the day, baby. Y'all ain't got no kids together. All right, maybe you sign off on a house or two, split that shit down the middle and move on with your life. That's how you do that. Like, why are we holding on to each other and things? Have anything you accumulate during the marriage, each person get half. That's just how the law goes. Half. Split that shit down. You get that half, and you get that half, and y'all go your separate ways. I don't know what the issue is here and why it's taking so damn long. But people not smart with that shit. That's what you get. Moving on. Let's get into Carlos King with his lying ass. Carlos, honey, claims that he was not fired from Bravo. Now, I beg to differ on that. Somebody said disregard the word he. Ooh, child. They said Kawhi shouldn't be on Married to Medicine, and she's not married to medicine. She's just getting a check for flashing and lying. Yeah, you're right. Because the show really is called Married to Medicine. It's about doctors being married and showing and displaying what they do. That's what their storyline is. So, I mean, I get it. She used to be Married to Medicine, but she should not be on there. It makes more sense for Sweet Tea to be on there because she is married to Dr. G, who is Married to Medicine. So, yeah, Kawhi is still holding on to Married to Medicine because she needs the check, obviously. And that's what somebody else was saying. She absolutely does need the check, because if she does not have the check, she's probably going to lose that big ass house that she went over there and bought, trying to flex and make people think she's so rich when she probably really don't have it like that. Okay. She has some, like, I think she has like a little hair business where she sell like bundles or something like that, because that's the new thing now. Everybody running out here selling bundles. But she does have like a little business where she sells bundles like hair and a couple other things that she does. But Married to Medicine, I think, is like her big check. And if she loses that spot, that's why she was fighting so hard and ugly crying and everything on that stage. Because the women were like, we don't want to film with you, Quad. Like, we ain't really feeling you like that. They were trying to oust her ass from the show. And she was like, bitch, I'm about to get up here and cry. I'm talking about ugly cry, honey. And I'm going to apologize and play victim and everything. She did that shit, honey. So damn did at the real, y'all hurt me. She was like that. But I just want to say, when you like that, you hurt. When you cry like that, oh, you real hurt. When you cry like that and you can't get your words out and you got to breathe real hard. And I just want to say that we've been girls for for so long. And I just want to say that, I love y'all girls. I loved y'all, but y'all have hurt me in such a way that I don't know. I really feel like we can work this out. She was on that shit. I was like, what is happening here? Girl, all this for a fucking check? Girl, I ain't about to be on no damn TV doing no shit like that. But girl, hey, you gotta do that for your check. Do what you gotta do. Caramel shall not. But let's get into Carlos and his lying ass child. Mr. I didn't get fired from Bravo. Then nigga, why you ain't over there? Why you ain't over there? Why Bravo ain't called you to do nothing Bravo-ish since your ass left? Okay, I know a good lie when I hear one. Let's get into it.
There's a lot to do to get things to where it needs to be. And I think that's what happened. Like me leaving, I wanted to start this is Drew T. I left only because I felt the need to start my production company. That was the only reason. It was
really?
Yeah, a lot of people think it was scandal. People love this. I was fired. It's
but rumors. So you wasn't fired.
I was never fired.
It wasn't the scandal.
It was not a scandal.
It wasn't one of the girls or any of the girls.
No girl ever said Carlos on the show. It was never none of that. But that's the thing, and you know me. Listen, this could be a bad thing or not.
Okay.
I don't feel the need to defend myself publicly.
You should. Period.
He always do that. I don't feel the need to defend myself publicly. Then why are you talking about it? I don't think I need to be over here talking about that because that's not what happened. Then why are you talking about it? I don't really think I need to just, be up here telling my business. Just let the people think what they want to think. Well, if people should think what they want to think, why are you addressing it? He always likes to do that. He will address it and then spin the block and say, I don't need to address it. But you're addressing it. Aren't you? Is that not what we're talking about here? You not being fired. People were saying that you were fired from Bravo. Now they're saying that, shout out to the Jasmine brand. Carlos King says, despite the rumors surrounding his Bravo departure years ago, that it was not scandalous. He says instead, he simply wanted to start his own production company, which ultimately paid off. You already had Kingdom Reign Entertainment when you were working at Bravo. Let me go ahead and educate you with your lying ass. Raindrops. Lying ass. You already had Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. So what were you talking about? Started? It was already started. You had issues on the show. You kind of did. Ask Candy Burst. Candy was mad at your ass for a long time and said, I ain't fucking with him. No, man. Nene Leakes even reported your ass to production and everybody else. Nene Leakes, which was the highest paid housewife. You had a little situation. Get out of here, Tisha. You had a situation with Bravo's, production from the shit you were doing and turning their episodes into like ratchet behavior of people fighting and getting into it. It was becoming a shit show, kind of like Love and Marriage Huntsville. Bravo was sick of that shit, and the cast members started complaining about his ass, and it's no coinky dink that they let him go. You did not just walk away. Because Carlos was getting paid really good money to be a producer on Bravo. Bravo pays their people well, unlike OWN. So why would you leave a platform that's paying you so much money to go over to OWN that pays you way less? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you leave a platform that pays you the majority of your money, that pays you well? If there was a job that you loved, why leave that to go to a network that's paying you less? You already had Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, so that's a whole entire lie, Carlos. You were doing some shit that you should not have been doing, and the cast members on Real Housewives of Atlanta, they started complaining about your ass. The show was becoming ghetto, and that's not the direction that they wanted the show to go. So you and your production team had to get the fuck out of there. And they hired their own production teams to come in and change the direction and the image of the show. Everybody knows that all of Carlos Kings have some type of ratchet underline to it. Okay? Look at Married to Medicine. I mean, not Married to Medicine. Look at Love and Marriage Huntsville. Everybody on that motherfucking show been to jail, court, for every damn thing. Except Mel. I ain't seen Mel. Well, Mel been in court, but it's by way of, like the revenge piece situation with Martell and the child custody case. But now I ain't talking about no jail shit. She ain't on that. Okay. She probably would have been if she'd stayed with Martell's ass. But everybody on that show, from Stormy, Let's name them out. Stormy's ass done been to jail. Destiny done been a few times. Okay, Martell done been locked up a few times because before the revenge piece situation, it was the ATM heist that his ass was in, where he was looking at 10 years in damn prison. All right, y'all know about it. His stupid ass called off from work as a jailer. He worked at jail, and they brought his ass back and locked him the fuck up for being the lookout guy for somebody trying to hold up and heist, have like a heist with ATM situation. So, okay, so we got Martell, we got, Maurice, let's name him. Maurice, Martell, Stormy, Destiny, who else? Tisha's been locked up twice that I know of, okay? Tisha's been locked up twice, one for stealing. Okay, we ain't got to do no line over here. Tisha been locked up for stealing and for fighting down in Savannah, Georgia over some girl over Marceau because she knocked some woman's windows out her car down there on her Jasmine Sullivan bullshit. Down there busting the windows out somebody's car over Marceau and the nigga still cheating on you. Girl, where did that get you? You should just left them windows alone. Go on to the house, girl. Leave them windows alone. Let that nigga cheat in peace. He's still doing it. Who windows gonna bust out next? I'm just saying. Ken, we're gonna get into Ken here in a minute. Wanda's ass done been in there. Damn. Who else? Damn. Everybody up in that bitch. Everybody up in there. Everybody. Marceau ass done been locked up. Marceau got locked up for being smart with the damn popos and some more shit. Okay, they gave him a direct order. He ignored it, so they arrested his ass and locked him up. All their asses done been to jail. We're going to get into Ken, the Kingpin here in a minute. We're going to get into Kingpin here in a minute. I see y'all putting it in the chat. I know about it. I know about it. I heard about it last night, and I was like, fuck, I'm not about to go back live again and talk about this nigga. This fake-ass Eddie Long, a.k.a. Gerald Levert looking nigga. I ain't about to do it. I'll talk about his ass tomorrow, and that's exactly what we're going to do, talk about him today. All right? Because this nigga out here, child. Whoo, cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. All right, but I'm going to play it one more time. Carlos with his lying ass trying to say he was not fired from Bravo. You were. Because why haven't Andy Cohen and Bravo called you back to do any Bravo projects? Now, he'll interview people from Bravo for them clicks and likes and views and to keep his notoriety and attention going. But Bravo ain't calling you. They haven't asked you to do any job. They haven't had you do any more appearances. You ain't did no appearances on none of their shows no more since then, which further lets me know they don't fuck with you. But let's watch this again, child.
There's a lot to do to get things to where it needs to be. And I think that's what happened. Like me leaving, I wanted to start this is Drew T. I left only because I felt the need to start my production company. That was the only reason. It was
really?
Yeah, a lot of people think it was scandal. People love this. I was fired. It's
but rumors. So you wasn't fired.
I was never fired.
It wasn't the scandal.
It was not a scandal.
It wasn't one of the.
Okay, you were let go. Why do people like to use words? Carlos is a person of words. It's the word salad for me. Like, it's the word salad for me. Like, I was not fired. Okay, you were let go. Is that not the same thing? Is that not the same thing? You did not resign. We do know that. Okay. I was not fired. Okay, you were let go, Carlos. Does that sound better? Maybe fired is just so abrasive. Maybe use you were let go. Okay. Would that tickle your fancy a little better to say it that way, Carlos? He is so about image. It's so diabolical.
The girls or any other girls.
No girl ever said Carlos on the show. Like, it was never none of that. But that's the thing. And you know me, listen, this could be a bad thing or not.
Okay.
You lying. See, you lying. Why you stumbling over your words? Why are you stuttering like Tisha while you're talking about a situation you said never happened? See, if you're telling the truth, it just flow out. If you get the line, then you stuttering like Sheree up there. You cranking up them lies. I keep saying that's stuttering. That's how Sheree do when she be lying. And I was I ain't doing that's Sheree. Girl, shut up. Carlos, crank them lies up. Let me hear.
I don't feel the need to defend myself publicly.
You should. Period.
Why are you doing it? Out of all the things that you can talk about, since you're so successful and you have so many great things going on, Carlos, why even discuss it and or talk about it if it never happened? You know why? Because bloggers, content creators, and other people have brought attention to the fact that Carlos was fired from Bravo. Carlos only likes to subliminally bring up situations that he say he doesn't care for or care about. And he tries to sneak address them and then throw that subliminal shade like he don't care about it. Like, why are people talking about it? And let me clear it up when I don't really care about it. You really care about it because you put it into an interview. So you have Tamar Braxton sitting there beside you. Why are you not interviewing her about what she is doing? What albums does she have coming out? Is she about to go on tour? What's going on with her family since losing Tracy Braxton? See, I'm helping you with your interview. There's a lot of things you could have been talking to her about, but you made the interview about you, as you always do. You never do that when you're doing an interview. When you're doing an interview with somebody, you have a guest on your show to interview them. You're having the questions surrounded around them and what they have going on. And that's just how it works. And it's kind of stupid of you, Tamar, to fall into that same trick that Carlos is sitting up here doing. Bitch, you're not about to overshadow me. If you got me on your show, I want to talk about me, what I have going on. We're making this show about me. Ask me questions about me. I don't give a fuck about you being fired from Bravo. Who cares? It's not about you today. It's about me. It may sound a little selfish, but that's how that works. Don't invite people, guests onto your show to interview them and turn it into, let me address this shit about me that people are saying subliminally, and then we'll get back to you. No. And I get it, they friends, but it's stupid as hell. You were let go, Carlos. If you want to say let go, let's say you were let go from Bravo. Andy don't fool with you. Okay, he really don't. You want to be Andy so bad. You want to be Andy so bad. What is it? Something, Kingdom Reign. What is it? Damn. I can't even remember your show. That's just how irrelevant this shit is. You back with that bullshit again. You back with that again. Reality TV podcast. You trying to be like Andy Cohen show over there. You want to be Andy so bad. You want to be Andy so bad. If you could be Andy, if you could change your name to Andy and get away with that shit, you probably would, Carlos. Andy King. That would be you, child. And get off my screen, Andy King. Bye, Andy King, child. Whew. Andy King sitting up there on the chair lying. But let's move on, honey. Let's move on. That nigga know he was fired. I was not fired. Yes, you are. All right. For those of you that keep checking your credit, as you should always do, to make sure ain't some shit on there that you didn't know was on there, all right? Or anything that's on there that you should have fallen off, that you wanted to fall off, that you may have paid off, whatever, you should check your credit often. Okay, because a lot of fraud shit going on out here. But Experian is getting called out, you guys. As you guys can see on my screen, Experian is being called out. They're saying that there's a new lawsuit claims that Experian has failed to properly address credit report errors. All right. Now that's the last thing you want on your credit, to have errors, that's plural, because it could ultimately bring your credit score down or ultimately make your credit score have a negative impact. You don't want that. If you're trying to build your credit, you're paying your bills on time, you're out here, the best thing to do, really, one, get a credit card, pay that shit off. All right. Two, go out here and buy some things that will help build your credit. Okay. But if you have an issue with Experian, reporting things in your credit that maybe should not be there, then that's an issue. You have to follow up on that. You have to stay on that, because credit, honey, rules the world. If you're trying to do some things like buy a house, buy a car, whatever, start a business, all those things matter when you have good credit. Okay. It's essential to have good credit. Don't be out here like Maurice Child with 180 credit score. That's not going to do nothing. All right. The nigga fixed credit and his credit fucked up. Don't be out there on that. All right. But let's get into what it's saying here. According to recent reports, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, all right, has sued Experian, accusing the credit reporting giant of violating the Fair Credit Reporting Act by failing to properly investigate consumer complaints. Now, Experian conducted sham investigations rather than properly reviewing disputes as required by federal law, says the CFPD. Director Rohit Chopra. Now it says that he emphasized that credit report errors can severely impact families' access to credit, employment, and housing. It can. It can. It says that the lawsuit alleges Experian routinely accepts unreliable responses from original furnishers of disputed information. Now, even when evidence suggests inaccuracies, all right, you don't want that on your credit. It says that it also claims that Experian reinserts previously deleted false information into credit reports without explanation and provides consumers with confusing or incorrect updates. Now that could lower your credit score. I would sue the fuck out of them. I would. I really would. Now it says it filed in the California federal court that the lawsuit seeks to halt these practices and impose financial penalties. Now Experian dismissed the claims as completely without merit, asserting it thoroughly investigates disputes and complies with the law. Now, I don't think you are complying with the law if you're not paying attention to and or deleting these things on credit reports that should not be there if you're not catching that, because any negative hit to your credit report does affect your score. So if you're not taking these things off of people's credit, if you're reinserting, because that's what it says here, reinserting things, negative things on your credit report that you may have paid off and you go in and put it back on there again, then it looks like maybe one, you're not paying your bills at all or on time, which that could be a negative impact on your fucking credit. So if you're doing those things and you are putting inaccuracies on people's credit, that's some fraud shit. So that should definitely be investigated. It should be looked into. And long story short, always make sure you check your credit. See what's on there. Routinely, I do it. Routinely go on there to see what's on your credit. Because sometimes people will put things on your credit, businesses and stuff will put things on your credit that you may not know of, or things that you've paid off that should have been taken off of your credit in order to show a positive report of those things being paid. All right. Everybody's had some type of ding or two on their credit. If you've been through a divorce or something like that, sometimes negative things can be put on there because the other person that you were married to, maybe they didn't, if you signed on something with them and they don't want to take on responsibility and it all falls on you, it could be a burden at some point. And maybe, you had a few late payments or something like that to where you could not keep up the payments that the two of you decided to pay together. It could be a negative impact on you. So you want to make sure that you are checking your credit to make sure that things that's on your credit that should be on there is on there, and things that shouldn't be on there is not on there, because that's what it's looking like it's saying with Experian. All right. Because everybody will have good credit out here. All right. You want to have good credit because you want to be able to buy things, purchase things, honey. You don't want to go in the car lot and they trying to put you in a car they want you in. You want to get what you want. Okay. You want to purchase a house, you got to get your credit to a certain place so that you can do certain things. You want to start a business, it's important. Have good credit. All right. And even if you're not trying to go out and buy things, you still want to be responsible. Pay people that you owe so that you can have good credit. All right. I'm teaching my son now how to manage money. So when it's time for him to have credit, okay, then he will know how to manage money and do so he can get anything in life that he wants because he has good credit and he has great spending habits. All right. Period. You got to teach him young. And that goes for anyone. Be responsible. Be responsible. Pay what you owe. All right. Let's move on. Let's get into this topic here. Trump is already getting on my mother freaking nerves. His ass ain't been in the damn chair. And he's been in the chair that damn long. He's already fucking up. And I'm tired of him already. Like, Jesus, who voted for this fool? Who voted for him? Jesus. I hope no Trump supporters in my chat. If it is, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting ready to drag the fuck out of him. I'm tired of Trump because the stuff that he's signing off on and the stuff that he's paying attention to right now is just, it's getting on my nerves. He already said, before he was even elected, that he was going to be giving pardon to police officers out here who've been convicted of powering people. Like, that's some stupid shit. If you unalive somebody and you should not, when you go on a call, when you call on a call and you make a mistake and you unalive someone, or if you do that shit on purpose, you should be held accountable for that. So he's out here giving pardon to police officers, and that's out here on the bullshit and covering shit up. This is the type of president that they have in office now, guys. Look at this shit. All right, so Karon, Hylton Brown's partner, speaks out after Trump pardons 2 police officers convicted in a unaliving chase and covers it up. Let's go ahead and listen to the news portion of this, and then we're going to talk about it.
I'm actually standing in the alley. This is the alley where the 2 officers chased Karon. This is the spot where he ended up getting hit by an incoming car. And what prosecutors say they did after is what got them in trouble. Prosecutors say that both officers tried to cover this up. Not only did they tell that driver to go away, they never took witness statements or reported it. This is 20-year-old Karon Hylton Brown with his baby girl. She turned 3 months old the day he died.
She wanted to give her ice cream so bad. I was gonna get a little taste of it. But yeah, no, that was the conversation. He was supposed to come back to us.
He didn't. And take a look at why. This is body camera video. MPD Officer Taryn Sutton and Lieutenant Andrew Zabavsky were sentenced after prosecutors claimed they illegally chased Brown. In trial, the officer said they chased him because he was riding on the sidewalk without a helmet.
To only have 4 to 5 years and have yet to even serve one inside of a jail is kind of absurd. I mean, like, I don't get it.
Well, we're looking at 2 police officers, actually, that Washington police officers who went after an illegal, and things happened and they ended up putting them in jail. We got to give them a break.
We learned he was referring to
an illegal. He was not illegal. He's a black man who lived here in the U.S. It was not illegal. All right. He was riding on the sidewalk without a fucking helmet. So you mean to tell me this man lost his life because he did not have a fucking helmet on? We got unalivers. We got pimps out here, traffickers, and all these other people. People breaking into people's house. People out here looting, all that type of shit. But y'all look at somebody who is literally going home, and he so happened to be on a sidewalk. So this is what you guys target. Y'all ain't had nothing else to do, obviously. I mean, was Krispy Kreme hot light not on where y'all could have swerved y'all ass up in there and got a few donuts and sat the fuck down and reflected on your life? Could you not have done that? No, you target somebody who was on their way home and you turn that shit into a crime scene. Stupid as fuck. And then Trump's in here, we got to give him a break. Really? They didn't even report unaliving this person and then covered it up when the shit came open. When it was brought to light, they tried to cover the shit up. They did not do a report on it, and the shit is all on body cam. Are you fucking serious?
Sutton and Zabavsky. When you heard President Donald Trump refer to Karon as an illegal.
Right.
Lord,
I kind of thought it was comical, honestly, because I don't know who told him that. I don't know where he got that from. I don't know if it's because he was on a moped.
He wasn't even moving. He was looking for his keys. And then they harassed him. And Judge Friedman said that he had the right to flee.
Davis Schertz represents Karon's family.
What they're doing is they have renegade officers like Officer Sutton, who has a reputation for chasing people, for taking drugs and money from the guys that he has arrested. And we have affidavits to that effect.
Just showing how much power the police have.
I'm actually standing in the alley. This is the alley where the 2 officers chased Karon. This is the spot where he ended up getting hit by an incoming car. And what prosecutors say they did after is what got them in trouble. Prosecutors say that both officers tried to cover this up. Not only did they tell that driver to go away, they never took witness statements or reported it. This is 20-year-old.
Sad. All right, so let's read about what it's saying so you guys can get a better understanding, okay? This is very sad. There's some dirty cops. There's some dirty cops out there. Now, it says that Donald Trump, because I would not call him president. I refuse. Donald Trump, okay? Satan Trump, honey, came through on his word and pardoned 2 D.C. police officers who were found guilty in a 2020 incident where a man on a moped lost his life during a chase, all right? Now, it says that on Wednesday afternoon, both Lieutenant Andrew Zabavsky and Officer Terrence Sutton were granted full and unconditional pardons. All right. Now, Sutton was in the hot seat for chasing down 20-year-old Karon Hylton Brown in his police cruiser after spotting him riding a moped without a helmet and cruising on the sidewalk in Brightwood Park, Northwest DC. Now, of course, as you guys just heard the attorney say that the guy wasn't even moving. He was actually sitting on the moped and he was not even driving at the time that they even stopped him. He was just sitting on his moped on the sidewalk. Okay. Now it says that the pursuit stretched over 10 blocks and ended in a crash that tragically took Hylton Brown's life. It says that both Sutton and Zabavsky faced serious charges for allegedly trying to cover up the incident, with Sutton ultimately being convicted of the most severe charge, second-degree unaliving. Now it goes on to say that he got hit with a sentence of 5.5 years in prison, child, while Zaboski, honey, was sentenced to 4 years behind bars, and they should have got more than that. 5 years and 4 years for unaliving somebody is diabolical. You should have got way more time than that. Like, that's a slap on the wrist. That's a slap on the wrist. That's like somebody going in the store and stealing. That's the kind of time they should get. If you unalive somebody, you need to be 20, 40, 60 years. That's type shit. That person is never coming back. This man got a 3-month-old baby that will never get to know their father because you were on some bullshit. All right, so David L. Schultz, the attorney for Amanda Jones Bay, who is the mother of Hylton Brown's daughter, expressed his disappointment over the pardons. And it says that in 2021, Jones Bay took action by filing a lawsuit against the police department and the officers involved in the case. Says that this is just blatant racism. Schultz said, reflecting Jones Bay's feelings about the pardon, says that he argued that the case highlighted a clear corruption within the police department and warned that these pardons mean that there will be no accountability for what happened to Hylton Brown and other people. What's going to happen now is that Trump is in office. Let me tell y'all what's going to happen. Police officers are getting ready to amp up doing illegal bullshit and get away with it, knowing, or if they get arrested for it, they're going to be pardoned, knowing that they're going to be pardoned for it. So they're going to be out here just doing shit that they should not do, targeting people that they should not target, and covering shit up and not doing police reports for things. And if they get locked up, they'll be right back out because Trump is out here pardoning police officers, dirty police officers that are out here doing shit that they should not do. When you become a police officer, you take an oath to protect and serve. Where was that in this particular case right here? Where was the protecting and serving here? It's given that you only served yourself in terms of covering up the situation because you knew it was some bullshit and you knew it was wrong. And then Trump turns back and says, oh, he was an illegal. He's not a fucking illegal. He was born in the U.S. of the damn A. Your ass should be illegal. The same person that's out here pardoning people is a whole damn felon himself. The president is a whole felon. Out here pardoning people who are fucking criminals. Cops can be criminals too. They can be criminals too. I mean, these two motherfuckers right here should be in jail. But when you got a damn felon who's running the country, of course he doesn't see anything wrong with that. We have had too many people lose their lives over dirty cops. Okay? When we think about people like Sandra Bland, we think about other people like the young lady who just lost her life where the police officer came into the house and said that she had the hot boiling water. And he thought that she was going to throw it on him. So he powed her and then tried to cover the shit up. Thankfully, another police officer's body cam was on and caught the whole thing and showed that she was not even aggressive towards him at all. When we see shit like that, that's why you got to say a little prayer, honey, before you leave the house. So the shit like this does not come to you. And even if it does, you're okay. You know, you got to be covered. You have to be covered. This man... It's sad. I hate to see shit like that. I hate to see stuff like that. Let's continue. Because I don't want to get mad, child. Y'all know how I get. And while we're talking about Trump's stupid ass, he's still on the bullshit. We're going to get one more topic. And I hate that I put these back to back. But we got to talk about it because he's on a roll when it comes to the bullshit. And we think about it. We got to deal 4 years of the bullshit with him, y'all. It's like everything that's contrary to the right thing, he's on board. He's on board with everything that's contrary to doing right. And it's so fucking crazy. Let me go ahead and share this topic here. Lord have mercy. Y'all, it's a praying time. If you don't know how to pray, you better learn. I'm going to say it again. If you do not know how to pray, you better learn with this motherfucker in office. I mean, he told you what he was going to do before he got in there. He told you he was going to pardon police officers. And people still voted for this crazy fool. So why now do people expect for things to be different? Why do you expect for things to be different when he told you what he was going to do? I don't understand that shit. Donald Trump issues an executive order to declassify remaining files on John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassinations. Let's go ahead and play this.
Please, sir, we have an executive order ordering the declassification of files relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are.
Why you gotta wait till they say Martin Luther King Jr.? That's a big one, huh? He's so fucking ignorant. He ready to sign too. Look, he ready to sign.
Waiting for this for years, for decades. And everything will be revealed. Okay?
What difference does that shit make with all the other issues that we have in America right now? Why is that the main focus? Why is that on the table? Why is that in your pile of things that you need to be signing off on? We got people that's homeless that you're not even addressing that shit. This is America. This is the USA where people are sleeping on the fucking streets with snow on the ground. And you are signing off on some shit about some assassination and declassifying remaining files of John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr., who've been gone, long gone for years and years. We got issues that's going on right now that needs to be addressed. And your focus is on shit that's not even thought about right now. I don't understand that, y'all. What is you talking about? You always want to talk about illegals. The bitch you married to is illegal. She ain't from here. Melanoma Trump. I know it's Melania. Melanoma Trump. Her ass ain't from here. You done went and got a whole foreign bitch and brought her over here to be the first lady of the US of A, of America. And she can't even stand your ass. She only want to hold your hand. And you focused on shit that don't even fucking matter right now. Y'all sending billions of dollars over to foreign countries, and people right here in the US are starving. Taxes being raised. It's a whole bunch of shit that we could talk about. And now I was reading where he was saying that people that were in LA fires should not get money. Let me pull that shit up right quick, because I saw that too. I want to talk about that too. Like, you're really not addressing shit that really needs to be addressed. He's withholding. Let's talk about this shit. While I'm already mad with him, let's go ahead and talk about all of it. Let me talk about all the shit with him. Then I'm gonna move on to this Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff. This is shit I don't like. Let's let that come up. Oh my God, he is, oof. Lord. All right, so the Trump threatens to withhold disaster aid for Los Angeles over water management issues. Said, I don't think we should give California anything. Are you fucking serious? Do you know how many people are displaced? Do you know how many people displaced? 50,000 homes burnt to a crisp. Fires are still going. People have lost their cars. People have nowhere to stay. People have had to go to hotels. That costs money, especially if you want to stay in one that's not in the fucking ghetto. And you're saying they should have nothing. You stand in the White House, sir, where there's many rooms. Let's get into this. I'm going to go ahead and play the news portion.
We should give California anything until they let water flow down into their
Just from the north to the south.
This is a political thing. I don't know what it is. You know, they talk about the Delta smelt. It's a little tiny fish like this. They say it's an endangered species. Well, how is it endangered? No wonder it's endangered. It's not getting any water. How do you, if you have a fish and you're stopping the water, isn't that going to hurt the fish?
I did a show in
I don't think we should give California anything until they let water flow down into their...
Just from the north to the south.
This is a political thing. I don't know what it is. You know, they talk about the Delta smelt. It's a little tiny fish like this. They say it's an endangered species. Well, how is it endangered? No wonder it's endangered. It's not getting any water. How do you, if you have a fish and you stop...
Motherfucker, you a fish. Fish your ass somewhere up out of office, because you ain't doing a damn thing. This the same motherfucker that sat back while he knew COVID was in the U.S. and did not move and make it a priority when he needed to. And millions of people died because Trump's ass knew what was going on and did not alert the people, did not make it a priority. We're talking about COVID, where people were home with masks on for 2 years and people were steady dropping like flies. He did not make that a priority. People were so fixated on the fact that he was giving out stimulus checks that you did not think about the fact that the motherfucker sat back and knew that this shit was going on, that people were coming in the United States from China, bringing that fucking disease over here for people to catch and die. Y'all knew about this shit way prior to it hitting our countries and our people catching that shit. You were sitting in office and knew about it. You were catching planes with masks on, and people were like, what's going on? Why the president got on mask? Do we need to put on a mask? What's going on here? You knew about it. But you didn't give a hot damn. Think about all the people. One of my classmates to be in that number of people who passed away from COVID that should not have passed away from COVID because you guys did not do your due diligence to put that information out there when it needed to be put out there. You were so busy protecting yourself and not the American people. As a president, you did not make it a priority, just like you're not making this a priority, but you're making other shit a priority and signing off on shit that don't even matter right now. If anybody can sign off on these orders, it's supposed to be your ass. That's why you're the president. And when they bring these things to your attention, it's your job to prioritize what's a priority so that people don't have to deal with bullshit. They have the money to do this shit. You have the money to do it. But when you put the priority in the perspective where it should not be, who gives a fuck about that right now? What needs to happen here is while you're withholding the disaster aid for people in LA, that's exactly where that shit needs to go. So now it's like you're trying to overturn stuff that Biden and people before you have put into place because you're on this power trip. It's a power trip. It's a power trip. Trump is on a power trip. The only reason he wanted to be president again is not to help the American people. He don't give a fuck about the American people. He don't give a fuck about women. Let's start there. He don't care about women. So you got to have people who have a heart for people to be in office, like Obama was. He started Obamacare for people who didn't have medical, dental, all those things. You got to have medical, dental, vision, all that shit. Trump didn't think of that. But the first person who wanted to get rid of the shit. Lord God, help us. Help us. Help us. Now, I said that he is set to arrive in Southern California this Friday to check out the communities hit hard by the fires. He don't give a fuck. Says in a recent interview on Fox News that Trump didn't hold back criticizing California's water management and taking shots at Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. See, that's what he does. Says he told Sean Hannity that until California starts sending more water to the southern regions, that he doesn't believe the federal government should be footing the bill for anything. Did you not hear that the water pressure in LA is very low right now due to all of these fires? There were areas that they tried to put fires out and contain the fire, but the water pressure was so low, so those places burned down. So now they're asking for funding so that they can continue to do the things that need to be done to control said fires in certain areas. So if they have low water pressure, how the fuck are they sending water anywhere? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to yell. But when you have a dumbass in office like this who don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, how are you the president and making decisions over world issues if you don't know what the fuck is going on in the world? How? How do you make decisions on things when you don't know what's going on in the world? You don't take the time to educate yourself before you get in these press conferences doing shit. Shout out to Brown Skin Girl. What's up? He says, I don't think that we should give California anything until they let water flow down. Nigga, let your brain flow somewhere. Let your knowledge flow down to your brain so that you will know what you're signing off on and speaking on before you make a fool of yourself. Other countries are laughing at us because of your stupid ass in office. Other countries are laughing at America because we have a stupid ass president like Trump in office who does not educate himself on things when he get his ass up there and misspeak on things that he don't fucking know about, and that things that need to be addressed that he don't address. But because you're on a power trip and you want this badge on your chest to make people praise you, you want people to praise you and look at you like this savior. I keep saying that whole TikTok mess. Why the fuck do you care about TikTok right now when we have people that are displaced? All of that, I feel like that was a means for you to make people praise you, to say, oh, you know, and it's coincidental that this shit only went down for a few hours and it was right back up. Trump wanted people to say, thank you, Trump, for getting TikTok back up. You was behind that shit. I know you were. Everybody knows that you were. Stupid ass. Oh, stupid ass. Everybody know Trump was behind TikTok going down for the few hours that it went down. He was. He was. Let's move on. Oh, he irritates my soul. Oh, he irritates me. I see why his wife hates his ass like she do. Oh, I see why. Let's move on. Let's move on. Jesus Christ. Let me pull this video up here so we can look at this stupid ass clown. Let's talk about Ken the Kingpin right quick, child. Ken the Kingpin of Love and Marriage Huntsville's Kingpin, Ken. That's what we got to call you today, child. Because Lord. This dude. Let me get the video up. Let's get into some Love and Marriage Huntsville news, child. Because Lord, when I tell you all these fools on this show, Lord have mercy. Ken set his ass on this season, bigging himself up like he was the shit like that. My thing is, why the fuck do you get on TV when you got all this shit going on behind in your life? I don't know why these people keep getting on TV and then we go and dig up shit on them like, oh my God, I didn't know that about them. Kingpin Ken, honey, that's my new name for you, Ken. Kingpin Ken. No wonder Trish don't want to marry you. She's like, you ain't about to marry no Kingpin out here. But you damn sure moved him into your house with your kids. You sure did. You did that shit. Lord have mercy. All right, so let's get into what's going on with Ken. All right. Love and Marriage Huntsville, child. It seems to be their requirement for being on the show is, child, you got to be locked up or almost about to be locked up to be on this damn show. You got to have some crazy shit going on behind the scenes. Carlos, I don't know who is interviewing these people on this show. Maybe it's you, because you got some shit going on in your life too. You don't like to be held accountable. You like to lie. So maybe these people done concocted lies and bullshit to be on this show, because baby, this is a show of criminals, minus Melody Sheree, of course. This whole damn show is about criminals and coochie bandits. Kimmy, that's you, coochie bandit. Let's get into the show, child. Lord have mercy. Now we don't went down the line of people who've been arrested on this show. We'll talk about it again. Before we get to Kingpin Ken. Tisha child, who we know was arrested for stealing, child, out of the store. She hid stuff under her child in a stroller. All right, let's go down these charges right quick. Tisha was stealing out of the department store and was hiding merchandise under her child in a stroller and got caught. All right, she got that from her mama because her mama was stealing. All right, yeah, she got that from her mama Wanda. All right, allegedly, hypothetically, maybe. All right. She was also fighting down in Atlanta, Georgia, child, and said she was kicking off her shoes down there, fighting over her cheating ass husband who's still cheating on her, busting out windows, child, on her Jasmine Sullivan bullshit. I bust the windows out your car. She was on that. Down there with a baseball bat. Bing, 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 bing. Over Marceau's ass, and he's still out here damn cheating, girl. Girl, you should have left your bat at home, honey. Just let the nigga cheat. All right, anyway, child. Anyway, oh, Lord, Martell, we already know about the ATM robbery. We know about the revenge P, harassing communication, child, out here giving corporal punishment to his kids, drawing blood and all that, child. The nigga is just a child. Whatever name you want to put in there. He is a criminal as well. In further news of criminals of Love and Marriage Huntsville, let's get into it with Maurice, Deacon DUI out here riding around, running into people's cars, getting turned as a deacon. He's a deacon by Sunday, and Monday through Saturday, the niggas out here drinking and drunk in these damn streets out here, okay? And telling people they're disparaging his character. Nigga, you don't have a fucking character. You are a character. You are a character. You really are. Marceau, we already talked about where he was disobeying police commands and he got arrested. I'm surprised he haven't been arrested for more than that. But he was arrested for disobeying police commands. All right, so they arrested his ass because he tried to be a smart ass, and they arrested his ass and hit. Yeah. So King the Kingpin. Did we get everybody? Oh, we already know about Destiny Child, forgery, and some more shit that her ass was arrested for. She's got multiple mugshots out there. We know about Stormy's ass out here for having multiple things going on as well. Okay. We also know about her husband Courtney, where he had some things going on with his ass as well, probation violations and all that. They full of shit out here. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Y'all put in the chat, let me know. Did I miss anybody? Let's get into Ken the Kingpin. Ken the Kingpin out here, child. Nigga sitting on TV, mad and pressed about Trish not marrying him, but you ain't mentioned nothing about this. What was that in your truck, child? They said where you had the possession, child, of the control of the substance in your car. They said. Now you're supposed to be an older road truck driver, but it's given that you had some other stuff in your car that wasn't supposed to be in there, where your ass got pulled over, and they found out about it. Now shout out to Wente Talks, all right, and she's giving me permission to talk about it and or share some receipts on that as well. So we're gonna look at it, all right. So King the Kingpin over here, child. Possession of the controlled substance is what they said, child. They had the trees. The illegal trees in his damn car is what they said. Now they said he did a plea deal. They're saying, and he was sentencing order was guilty. All right, and they said that he's something about probation. They were offering probation. He does have a court. They had a court date for September of 2024. All right. They said they had a bail bond fee of $175 that he had to pay. He had 30 days to pay that. But this nigga out here flexing like he is the man on TV and steady always talking about Marquez ain't got no money and Marquez is broke. But you had a whole court-appointed lawyer. It sounded like you couldn't even afford to have a lawyer appointed to, well, a lawyer, your paid lawyer rather, to represent you in this case. You had to have a court-appointed attorney in this situation for your drugiana tendencies out here in these streets. All right. Now, it says that he had a sentence. It was jail for 32 months, or it was supposed to be a suspended sentence for a 2-year sentence. It said that he was also facing probation for 2 years. He was ordered to pay $500. And it said there was a user fee for $1K, and he had to pay 30% of those fees, or he was going to be ordered to jail. All right. There was a victim's compensation cost that he had up on his ass as well. Child, it's a whole lot of shit. So what the hell? All right, so let's get into let's look at the receipts first. All right. Again, shout out to Wente Talk. Thank you for letting me use this stuff, child. Use these receipts because she actually pulled up the court documents on that. Child, yeah, they said he had a public offender. All right. A public defender. All right, he had a public defender. He didn't have a let's blow it up. That's his ass sitting there looking stupid. Child. Ken. Lord, they just cannot stay out of jail. Kenneth, that's what his mother named him, child. Kenneth was arrested down there at the Madison County, Alabama, child. All right, Kenneth Lee, child. No relations to Bruce Lee, child. Age 36, child. Date of birth, November the 1st of 1986, girl. All right, race is black. He is black, child. He is indeed that. He is black now. The charges, girl. The charges says the trafficking. All right, he has a trafficking charge for the mayor of Dewana. All right. As you guys can see there, he had a bail. He did get bail. All right. For $50,000, Lord. Okay. Shout out again to Wente Talk. That's his mugshot. Let's blow it up, child, so y'all can see him, child. He looked like he was high right there. Baby, the stuff he was trying to say, I think he sold up his supply. He smoked up his supply out here. This is the new Smokey, child, from Friday, the movie Friday. This is the new modern day Love and Marriage Huntsville Smokey right here on your screen, child. Damn. See, you out here worrying about Marquez. You should have been worrying about yourself out here in these damn charges. The nigga out here rolling up. Out here in your truck, rolling up, and they done pulled your ass over. Let me go on and let me get my joint ready, child. I feel like I need to smoke in here. I don't know. Shit, let me roll me a joint right quick. Let me be out here on my Ken bullshit. This you in the truck, Ken. This you. Woo, 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 woo. Ken, you remember that sound? Ken, do you remember that sound while you were driving your 18-wheeler? We already talked about your ass down there in Texas, okay? Down there, because some women were saying you down there in Texas on some inappropriate bullshit too, okay? Out there with the lot lizards and whatnot, allegedly. This you out here, Ken. Woo, 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 with the blue lights in the back. They had to pull your ass over because you was out there on this shit. Had a long drag. That's what your ass was doing. Out here playing daddy and getting high over there in Trish's house. Let's continue though. Shout out to Wente Talks. Shout out to Wente Talks. All right, so let's read what this says. These are court documentations, as you guys can see. It was filed in office September the 13th of 2024 by Deborah Kaiser at the Clark County Courts, Madison Court, Alabama, or Madison County, rather. All right, let's get into it, child. Woo. Let me take another hit, child. Y'all don't pardon me, child. Ain't that how they do when you smoking? I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. Okay. All right, so now the defendant is ordered to pay fines, court costs, restitution, child, not to be in the same meaning of prostitution, child. Restitution, not the prostitution. All right. Assessments and other court order monies, child, at the rate of what is that? Hold on, child. Hold on. Let me blow it down. At the rate of $103 per month, child. Oh, you on monthly payments out here, child. I thought you had money, Ken. You always bragging about money. You got to have monthly payments now to pay these rates. On or about the 15th day of each month. Ooh, child, you on a payment plan with the courts. It says that beginning September the 12th of 2024. Now, payments of cash, money order, or certified funds may be brought to the Clark County or the clerk's office, child. Money orders or certified funds may be mailed to the clerk of court. Ooh, child. Now it says that name, which is what is that? Child, these people can't write. 100 North Street something, child, of Harris, what is it? Huntsville, Alabama. Ooh, they can't write. Now, at each report to the probation officer, the defendant shall furnish written proof, okay, clerk's receipt or money order receipt of any previous month's payment of court-ordered monies, all right? Let's blow it up. Ooh, child, not that big. All right, so you have to notify the clerk of court of any change of mailing address and appear in court whenever ordered. So it's looking like you on probation, child. So report to the court referral office immediately or officer immediately and attend and pay for successfully complete the recommended I can't see that because it's covered up. The telephone number is, they didn't put the telephone number. The defendant shall perform, it didn't say how many hours. The defendant shall submit behavioral treatment, substance abuse treatment, global positioning system, GPS, deemed necessary by the court of probation officer. So he on probation like Martell. It's looking like, because when you got to pay to the courts like that, and you got to pay, and if you don't pay, you're going to be violated. Said the defendant may not buy, own, or possess a firearm. So you can't be pulling out a firearm on Marquez when he comes to see his kids no more, because it was already talked about that you pulled a firearm on Marquez when he came to visit his kids. So you can't even have your firearm no more, in violation of federal law or in violation of section 13A-11-72. The defendant shall not abscond by actively avoiding supervision through making his or her whereabouts unknown to the probation officer. So you got to report, honey. And if you go anywhere outside, your ass will be violated. It said that the defendant shall submit to periods of confinement imposed by the probation officer not to exceed 6 days per month during any 3 separate months during the period of probation, child. Ooh. It says that the 6 days month prior confinement period may only be imposed as 2-day or 3-day consecutive periods at a single time. Now, the total periods of confinement may not exceed 9 total days. It goes on to say, number 23 says that other conditions of probation ordered by the court as are as follows. Okay, let's continue to the next page. Ciao. All right. So, as you guys can see, let me blow it up a little bit smaller. All right. So effective January 1st of 2022, as you guys can see, Circuit Court of Madison County, Deborah Kaiser was the attorney there, or the judge rather, says that in the Circuit Court of Madison County, that's covered up, state of Alabama, Kenneth Lee, which is Ken, says it appears that the court, the above named defendant, has been convicted of possession of marijuana first degree, all right, and has been sentenced to 32 months, all right. The sentence is hereby suspended, and that the defendant is placed on probation for a period of 2 years. That's a long time. So you can't fuck up for 2 years or your ass is going to jail. Ooh, they gonna love your booty brownies in there because you all buff with your body. You got body. They love body in jail. So you already been lifted. So you ain't got to go in there and lift no weights because you already buff. You're gonna go in there, booty brownies ready, baby. Ooh, child. So they said it is the order of the court that the probationer comply with the following conditions of probation. Do not violate any federal, state, or law or local law. Okay. Avoid injuries of vicious habits. Okay. Avoid persons or places of disruptible or harmful conduct or character. All right. Number 5 says permit the probation officer to visit defendant at home or elsewhere. Number 7 says remain within the specified place, to wit, Alabama. So you cannot leave Alabama and you are over the road truck driver. So how the fuck are you going to work? I guess Trish going to be paying all the bills over there, child, because they said she got a good job over there. So that's the price you pay, girl. That's the price you pay to get dick in your home. Now, number 8 says to support his or her dependents to the best of his or her ability. He ain't got no kids. He ain't going to have no kids. He'll play daddy. He'll play daddy. He'll step daddy, play daddy. It says that number 9 says do not change residence or employment without the consent of the probation officer. Okay. Number 10 says that you must submit to substance abuse tests when ordered to do so by the probation officer. Said that these tests may include urinalysis, child. I mean, you got to pee in a cup. Breathalyzer, child. You got to blow on it. You might know about that too. And blood samples, child. Okay. But are not limited to there too. Probationer will pay cost of tests. Okay, so he got to pay for them damn tests. Ooh, child, ooh, child. Number 11 says he must submit to searches by the probation officer or his person's residence, vehicle, or any property under his or her control. Number 13 says that, Number 12 says that pay the probation officer $40 per month during the probation period pursuant to law. Number 13 says do not possess, receive, or transport firearms. Okay, so we do know, like I said, you do have a firearm because Marquez did talk about that. Number 14 says that if the defendant was convicted of any offenses specified in section 36-1824, Alabama Code 1975, he or she must submit to DNA testing according to section 36-1825, Alabama Code 1975. The defendant is ordered to pay fines, court costs, restitution, assessment, and other court-ordered monies to which we read that already, okay? That's due on the 15th day of each month, beginning 9/12/24. So this is already in effect, all right? Because we're in January of 2025. So he is on probation for 2 years, okay? For out here being a kingpin child, all right? A marijuana kingpin out here in these streets. Yes, he is. But on the show, acting like he is this paid in. Well, he might have been paid, child. If he getting that little extra money on the side from the trees of the earth, child, out here. The leaves of the earth is what he is on, child. Hold on, guys. All right. But yeah, that's what he on. What y'all think about that? I said that now this is a weird trick. Right. You don't move the kingpin in your house, child, because you needed to have you a man over there. And he over there worrying about Martell. You focused on Martell. That's some shit that happened way before you and Trish got together. So you so focused on Martell and what happened between him and Trish. You need to be focused on this damn probation and make sure you get them payments in there by the 15th. So how you go? I guess Trish gonna be paying his money to the probation officer because he can't ride nowhere. He's an over the road driver. So how he gonna make money to be paying his probation? So now you gotta stay with Trish. Because see, you was on the show talking about something. I know when to leave. I can leave when I want to. It's given you can't leave now because who gonna pay your probation because you can't go out here and make no money now? Did y'all think about that? Ooh, girl. So you and Trish got to stay together and keep fighting and arguing over their child because she got to pay you better get on there. Where she work at the Space Center or somewhere, girl? I think they said she worked at the Space Center. Better get on up over there, girl. You better get them extra hours in there, girl. You better get you some more people to train over there. You better go train Martell for real this time so you can get a coin. Make him pay you this time, girl. Go over there and get you some D and make him exercise. Make him do some crunches and get that D and let Martell pay you so you can help him pay off these damn fees. See, I bet you like Martell now because he might be able to help you pay your probation now because he on probation too. Ain't there something? Trish, you like men on probation, girl? Child. That probation D might be good though. I don't know. I ain't never tried it. Anybody ever had probation D? Anybody put in the chat? Put a 1 if you had that probation D up on you. A nigga with some charges might have some good. I don't know. A nigga with some charges might have some good. I ain't never had that shit, but whatever. I ain't never had no man on probation. So let's get into Ken, child. So he's so worried about Martell. Let's listen to this clip. This is very telling. A nigga jealous of another man. So you worried about that.
Some tea.
Man, listen, bro. It ain't got no easier. I'll tell you that much.
Stuff is gonna get resolved. You mean like as far as the kid situation, or?
I think I'm starting to get to the point now where it's starting to cause a little frustration. Like easy going and real. I'm able to deal with a lot.
Okay.
For the most part.
Yeah.
But I think like that situation, the whole Martell situation, like trying to communicate with Trisha, she gets so defensive about everything. It's like I asked her a question, it's an automatic accusation. As if I'm accusing her of something already before she even answers the question that I asked.
You think that means because she's guilty?
It is definitely a guilty response.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all are arguing because she ain't paying your probation. So you might not want to argue with Trish because now it's given that she got to pay this money to keep your ass out of jail. Okay, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. It's giving that you might not want to be arguing with the person now. You worrying her about marrying you and you trying to put the pressure on her about getting married. What does she say to you? Nigga, get the fuck out of my house. I don't want this no more. You got to be the nicest person that you can be right now. You got to kiss a little ass right now with Trish because if you piss her off and she throw your ass out and she's the moneymaker in this situation and you don't have a means to get your ass in your truck and drive over the road and make a coin, because that was you real braggadocious about that shit. Yeah, I make a nice little bag. Marquez ain't making no money. Only for us to find out Marquez got more money than you. Look at God. Now is the time for you to be nice to Trish. Don't be asking her about getting married no more. Just stay there. Just be a dependent until you get from under this probation, okay? Just be a good old dependent and help out with the kids. Go pick the kids up from dance and gymnastics and all that shit. And be a good old fake stepdaddy right now until you get from under these probation situations, all right? Mm-hmm. That's what you better be.
You know, but I feel like just me knowing Trisha is the way I do, I just think that it has to become something that she had adapted to because of her prior situation. I think I'm starting to get frustrated. You know me, I take a lot.
Yeah.
But like trying to communicate with Trisha, her responses and the way she operates was like I put so much time and effort in my heart. You know how hard that is for us, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like the things that I say aren't received properly and isn't taken into consideration. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like what I feel or what I think don't matter.
What's your approach though?
It don't matter now. She's letting you know it don't matter now, nigga. You got a drug offense on you now. It don't fucking matter. Go down there and do the laundry. She gonna make you do the laundry. Now you gotta do the dishes. You gotta go pick up the kids. You gonna do everything. She gonna be home with her feet up because nigga, you are now a dependent. She got a nigga in her house that was giving her all this money, giving her this lifestyle that you can't do that shit now because you can't go nowhere. So you are remanded to the house for 2 years. Now, maybe she don't want to be with you for 2 years. So where you going to go? What you going to do? You already got another single baby mama lined up. Because that's what you like. You like women with children already. So do you already got another single baby mama lined up where you can go just in case Trish gets sick of your ass? Because she got some issues. Trish got some issues. And what if she don't want to stay with you? She already don't want to marry you. She already said it's going to be a long, long time. So what you going to do if Trish make you get out?
I mean, do you approach it like, hey, start it off with, this isn't an argument?
I have to. I have to. And then it
And
ends
it's
up
still
turning
ends
into an
up-
argument. Like,
Dang, yeah,
so I'm
that's
like,
hard. That could be tough.
it shouldn't always be a because I'm trying to just merely talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
She just don't really talk about feelings.
Sometimes, you know, it seems like, okay, we're getting there. And then I feel like when it, and this might sound crazy, and I tell her this all the time, when she gets too happy and she feels like that she's allowing herself to be more.
I already know what you're gonna say.
It makes her be like, you know what? Nope.
Shut it off.
Shut it off. Let me stop.
All right, let me stop it. Ken came into the situation with Trish by giving her things. He peeped the fact that Trish likes to live a certain lifestyle, so he came in the door overcompensating. So now that he's not able to do that because his money gonna be kind of cut off for a little bit for like 2 years, that's gonna cause some friction in their relationship. Because she's used to a certain lifestyle and she's used to him doing certain things. She's used to him being able to pour into her and give her certain things, certain gifts to spend on her children, to spend on her. Even though she has her own money, she's now become used to having a certain type of lifestyle. So now with him being on probation for 2 years and with him having the type of job that he has, how is he going to be able to pour from that unless he becomes a local driver, which local drivers make good money, but they don't make great money like over the road drivers. I got cousins who drive over the road. They make a bag driving over the road. They make good money. I'm like, shit, do I need to go get a fucking truck? But anyway, so that's going to cause some friction in the relationship on top of already what Trish is dealing with because she's already, you know, going through this situation with Marquez. I think she low-key wanted to work the situation out with Marquez, but I feel like his mind was elsewhere and he already clocked out after he found out that she had a lot of mental shit going on. With her losing people back to back, I don't feel like emotionally he knew how to deal with her in that moment. And I feel like emotionally he clocked out. And now that things have blown over a little bit, I feel like he still loves her. And I feel like deep down, she still loved him. And I feel like she was trying to wait on him. But while she was waiting, she kind of wanted to get some things wet. Her feet wet, her coochie wet, whatever else wet. And she ran into this nigga Ken, who is controlling this fuck, who love bombed her and who left a situation where he was already with somebody and cheated on them to be with her. And now he's over here trying to make this situation work. And he sees like, damn, the same shit that Marquez was seeing. Now I see it and I feel like I'm stuck because I'm emotionally involved. And now Trish is probably feeling like she's stuck with this nigga because he ain't got no job now. Well, he do, but he can't do shit. So now she's feeling like, damn, if I just put him out, I'm going to feel bad that the nigga ain't really got shit going on right now. He's on probation. My kids done got used to being around him. It's like a catch-22.
Yeah,
I can't give him too much of that. That's what she went through with him, though. It always was a battle.
Trisha definitely has a lot of trust issues because of Marquez. But if Trisha doesn't learn to trust me, my patience is definitely going to run out, for sure.
Why he always talking about Marquez? It's giving that Ken is very, very insecure as a man. It's sad that you as big as you are, that you are that insecure as a man. That shit is, and it's so transparent. Like when I look at him, when you look at him, he seems like he's a strong man. You see all these muscles, you see him, you're like, oh, he got to be this strong man. But he gives insecure. You can see it on him. Every time he opens his mouth, he's insecure. You talking about another man that used to be in the picture. Every time you open your mouth, it gives you are very much so insecure. You're not secure in your relationship, and a lot of it has to do with you. First of all, you didn't allow her to finish the situation that she had with Marquez. You came in thinking that you could Debo your way in and change her mind, her heart, and everything else about her as a woman. And now you see that you're not that strong to do so. So now in the back of your mind, you're entertaining, well, you know, you really don't want to go, but you don't want your ego crushed. So you say, you know what, I can leave the situation if I want to. You don't really want to. You just know that you don't have as much power as you thought you had coming into this situation. And you can't mind control her like you thought you could in terms of making her move on faster with you because you thought that you could offer more. So you thought you were this fine man that could come in there and make her be this person you wanted her to be and to make her hurry up and make decisions she wasn't ready to make. And now you see that. It's sad.
Trish got to come off of this guard.
Like I know, literally, since I've known you, you've always been this guy. Like you'll do anything for people you want to do for. And I know you've done a lot for her. So how she doesn't understand this by this time is kind of beyond me. Like I'm like, you should know this is genuinely him. He's not putting
I
this
ain't gonna
on.
lie. A really good guy told me this. Everything you do is a choice. I know that she knows that it's not really beneficial to our relationship. She's just choosing herself in those moments. And I feel like that's selfish. Like,
why shouldn't she choose herself? She should choose herself. She should choose herself. Trish has a lot of mental stuff going on. I don't think she took the time to properly grieve. I don't think that she's had any therapy. And you pushing to be in this relationship is more even more toxic. You haven't taken the time to heal from your stuff, Ken. You have some stuff from your childhood. I follow Ken. I have to. I'm a blogger. I'm nosy. But Ken's dealt with a lot of things in his childhood that I don't feel like he's gotten help for, which makes him feel like he has to overcompensate. Like his father wasn't there for him as a child. He talked about he was touched as a child. I feel like he's not dealt with those things. So I feel like when he meet a woman that he feels like he has to overcompensate things in order to make the woman like him. And I feel like he's done that before Trish. I feel like he's doing that with Trish. And I feel like he's upset because she doesn't see that because she's an independent woman who has her own shit prior to meeting him. She already had a lifestyle. She has a great job. She's an engineer, which means she makes good money. So him coming into the door and thinking that he can wow her with all the things that he gives her and do for his children, for her children rather, it's not working with her. And he's trying to force it and he's mad at her because she's not getting it. She's not relinquishing that control to him like he was able to do with the other women prior to her. Period. I'm not saying he's not a good guy. I think it's very noble of you to meet women and try to help them in terms of with their children, but it's given that it's an obsession at this point. And when that situation don't work, then you leave that situation and you jump to the next baby mama. So it's given that there's something that's missing. There's a void within you that you're looking for in single women with children because you're not able to have children. So you go to these situations seeking that fulfillment in a way. Let's say that fulfillment is a great word to put there. You're looking for that fulfillment in this situation.
I feel like at some point you got to choose me. I'm so understanding of her past. But what I'm trying to get her to understand that like we have to get past that. Like we can't stay there, you know?
But you can't control when she gets past that. Everybody heal in different modes at different times. You might be healed from what you're dealing with, but she's not. So if you love her, then respect the fact that she heals at her own pace and help her get to that place. Maybe go with her to some counseling sessions to reassure her, to support her, to be there. But you are forcing her to do things she doesn't want to do, and it's going to make your relationship crack.
Y'all been separated 4 or 5 years. Like, come on, G.
Are they divorced yet?
Man, hell no.
Okay, they're still married. All right, I just feel like enough time has passed. If she wanted to be divorced, I think she could have done.
She should have. No, 100%.
Are you sure? And it's a tough question, dude. And don't take it the wrong way. Are you sure she don't want to be with him? Because look, man, wasn't that her high school sweetheart?
Trisha has told me over and over again how much she can't stand Marquez. And she also has let it be known that the paperwork has been notarized. I don't quite understand why she's holding on to it. But maybe it's just the fact that she thinks that, you know, her family is really going to have a lot to say about her getting a divorce.
It don't have nothing to do with her family having anything to say because she said on the show that she really wasn't even around her family a lot. Her family didn't even know that she was separated. Her family didn't know she was separated. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I feel like she was kind of holding out hope that Marquez would get his shit together and come back and they could be a family, but that never happened. Marquez got other kids outside of Trish since they've been separated. I think he has like a 2-3 year old. The child might be 4 now. He has other kids besides the 2 that he has with Trish. So it's like he's moved on with his life. And I think that she low-key was hoping that he was kind of get his shit together and come home and they would figure it out. So she was kind of doing what she wanted to while they were trying to figure this out. And I feel like enough time has gone past and he just have not come back. When she see him, she still love him. She does. She was jealous as hell when she saw him bringing them flowers to Mel. I told y'all that the other day. That bothered her, which is why she has all this animosity towards Melody now. So she has to tell Ken, I don't like Marquez. He irks me. He gets on my fucking nerves. She has to have that attitude around Ken because Ken don't like Marquez. Marquez he's a threat to Ken. So you gotta say, yeah, Trish says she don't like him. Of course she's gonna say that to you because she don't want to get fussed out from you for her giving her real feelings in terms of how she feel. She can't be like, oh yeah, that's my baby daddy. I still love him. I really wish that he would get his shit together. For what? Why you want him to get his shit together? So y'all can be together? That's gonna be you, Ken. He don't want them to get along because that makes him closer to Trish. That makes him feel like Trish is closer to giving him a yes on getting married. This shit is so sad. This is so sad. This is toxic as hell. Carlos, where do you find these people? Like everybody in your cast, minus Melody, are flawed and crazy as hell. Like, where do you find these criminals, these crazy ass people? It's like on every show too. It's every show. Bell Collective is the same way. Crazy as hell. Broke, bum ass, fake storyline having people, abusive as hell. Damn.
Well, this ain't my first time seeing you be the punching bag though, bro. You tend to put up with a whole lot of and I feel like I'll be wondering, like, why are you so into being that guy? Like, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
Because it's like I feel like this, to be honest, I feel like most people are naturally people anyway. Everybody's self-centered, selfish. They only care about what they have going on with themselves. I'm gonna endure it no matter where I go. And I'm like trying to get her to understand, like, I'm pouring into everybody's cup, overfilling everybody's cup. And when I get to mine, it's whoop.
Does Ken give you guys that everybody that he meet, every relationship he get into, he feels like he has to buy their love? It kind of gives that. In order to feel accepted and to make the relationship work and move at a certain pace that he wants it to move to, I feel like Ken feels like he has to buy the person's love. The girl that he meets, he has to buy their love. I think he did that with Trish. Trish was like, oh, Marquez, you left me with a mortgage to pay. You left and I had to take care of the kids by myself. Ken came in like, woo, perfect situation. I got this good job. Let me come in here and take over the mortgage. That's going to, I think Trish liked that about him, that he was a provider because that's what she was used to. But I feel like Ken meet these women and he feels like he's the savior. And they just fall in love with him because they're like, oh my God, he's the best thing since sliced bread. He making all this money. He's coming in. He's taking over the kids. He's, like daddy. He's paying the bills. Da, 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 da. I feel like he feels he needs to buy women love when he meet them in order to make the relationship work. It's weird.
And I'm like, baby, what's up? Like, it's your turn. I just think that when you're within a certain relationship and a certain dynamic, people tend to take advantage of it, because they don't feel like you're going to go nowhere.
Like I said, I've been around you in a few relationships, and like I said, you don't mind being that punching bag. So as your friend, it's kind of hard to just watch you do that again. You got to protect yourself too. What is keeping you there? Like, why, if your cup is always empty and skipped, then what are you sticking around for? When for you is enough.
When it's done and it needs to be done, I know how to leave.
And that's exactly what he does. When Ken don't get his way with a woman, when they don't move as quickly as he wants them to move and make the decision he wants them to make, he leaves. Mind you, you fucking up the kids while you're there because all the women that you meet have children. So you made a bond with these kids. They see you as dad. So when the mama don't do what you want them to do, then you leave, which then causes emotional stress and pressure and toxicity with the kids. Where they got to be in counseling. So I don't think Ken realizes that his meeting these women and when the shit don't work out, oh, I'm gone. You're fucking up the household. You are leaving a trail of effed up households because you're not getting what you want and because you're seeking something that you did not get yourself as a child. Your daddy wasn't there. So you're trying to compensate and be like what your daddy was not. You're trying to be what your father was not to these single women that you meet. You know you can't have children for whatever reason we don't know. So you're moving into these already made households and you're overcompensating yourself and you're getting your heart broken behind that because you want to be married. I think he wants to be married. I think marriage to Ken, what Ken see is marriage as control. Ken feels like he has a woman that he can call his own. Marriage makes him feel like I finally own someone. I finally own a situation. I'm coming into this house. I'm the man of the house. That's why he's pressuring Trish to get married because he wants to be seen as the man of the house. He doesn't fully feel like he's the man of the house now because Marquez can still come and go and he's still seen as the father of the kids, which he will still be that if he and Trish get married, but he doesn't feel whole. He doesn't completely feel like he's the man because Marquez is still in the picture. Hell, Trish still has Marquez's last name. He hates that shit. So now you get on the show and you down this man. You make him feel like he's not man enough because he walked away, and that was fucked up for him to do. And that's for any man. If you got kids, the situation don't work out, try to work that shit out because you hurt your children when you leave like that. And I don't know why they left. I know he said that Trish was screaming on him and all of that. Y'all got to figure that shit out. I don't know why they 5 years, 6 years. Why does it take that long to get divorced? I don't understand that. That's weird. That's very weird. But I don't feel like Ken should be pressuring her to get married right after signing off. I don't feel like the divorce is finalized yet. I mean, from what I'm hearing, it's not finalized. I mean, and from what I'm hearing, Trish is the one that's being the most difficult, saying that she don't have a child under a certain type of age, just small things, any little thing to hold up the divorce. I don't feel like she wants to get divorced. Because if she wanted to do it, she would have initiated it. She makes the money to pay for the divorce. Why does he have to do half? It's like every little situation, every little thing that she can do to hold up the divorce, she's going to do it. If you're an engineer, engineers make good money. You should have went down there and filed that shit. Oh, she said on the show, I don't have time. You make time to do things that you want to do. If you want to move on with your life, you're tired of Marquez, you want to move on to be single so that you can move forward with Ken, you should have been filed that shit and move on with your life. He could still see his kids, be in their life. If he makes good money, pay child support, make some visitations, all of that. It's a reason why she's still holding on to him. And I feel like she might be still low-key in love with him. That's her first love, since high school. That shit don't just go away. You don't fall in and out of love with a person just because,
I think a lot of times it's so hard for people to do that because the situation that they're in is so convenient and they can't create their own convenience for themselves.
Okay.
I don't have that problem. Okay. It's not like I'm staying because it's a situation that I have to be in because I can't go nowhere else. It's getting to the point that sometimes I'd be like, man, I gotta go. I gotta run. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At some point, it's gonna be, hey, 1, 2, 3, right. Or get as far away from my can and just breathe. You know what I'm saying?
That's a sad situation. I hate to be in a relationship with somebody where I say, I just got to leave. I got to get as far away from this person as I can. That's not love. Like, why are you there? If the situation is that bad, and that's probably why Marquez left. Whatever's going on in that house is probably what drove Marquez to get the fuck out of there. And I ain't saying he should have left his kids, but Trish gives that she goes from 0 to 100 real quick. Her attitude, you see how she turned up on Mel? She went from calm to crazy in like 2 seconds. And Mel even was sitting there looking like, what the fuck just happened? She said, Trish, do you have an issue with me? Trish went from, I don't have a problem. Y'all know how she do. I don't really have a problem with you. Whatever I said. I mean, it is what it is. You're going to be Mel and Cherie, and I'm going to be Trish, and that's just what it is. And I'm just like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, she went into crazy mode just over one question. Do you have an issue with me? Like, real women can sit and talk about if there's an issue. She came to you like a real woman to ask you, and you snapped just out of nowhere. So if you're doing that shit in public, I hate to see how you are at home. I mean, Marquez said you was that way. That y'all couldn't talk. He literally had to move upstairs to have some peace to sleep in a spare bedroom just to get away from her ass. So it's given that she got some serious issues. She got some serious issues she really need to get some help for. I mean, damn. Who is that turned up all the time? And Ken, if you just standing and allowing her to scream on you, I mean, we already heard you had to leave the house for like a whole week, 2 weeks to get away from her ass until shit cooled down. Like, Trish, you might want to get some help, baby. This girl is not ready to be married to no one. Ken, you're not ready to be married either because you got a lot of issues. Both of y'all got some issues. Y'all need to figure that shit out. Ken, I think you might need to take a step back. Maybe move out of the house and let Trish figure this shit out. And then if it's meant to be, it will be. If she loves you, y'all come back together. Love will always find its way back. But in the meantime and in between time, I don't know if it's a good idea for y'all to be trying to be in a relationship right now because she got some very deep-rooted issues, and so do you, Ken. And these charges as well that we hit at your asses on probation now. Like, damn. Let's continue, child.
Give me some tea.
Child. But that's what's going on with them court documents, and that's what's going on with Ken. Ken the Pen. That's your new name out here, Ken the Pen. But what y'all think about Ken being on probation for the weed of the earth? What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Another Love and Marriage Huntsville cast member down the damn toilet. Lord, another cast member. That's our show. I don't got no more, y'all. I don't got no more. I gotta go so I can start preparing. Y'all know my interview is today at 1:00. Y'all please join me. We will have 7 Mile Radio coming through. We're going to be talking about this Nazaya situation. I'm excited because y'all know I've been talking about it. I've been uncovering some more stuff that I want to talk about and some questions that I have for him. So y'all come back at 1 to sit in for the interview with me and podcaster from Detroit, honey, Detroit's own. He's child. 7 Mile Radio, okay? He knows his shit. He's on his shit. He knows this situation, this case with Nazaya from backwards to forward. And I am interested to hear some developments that he might have, some stuff that's going on. He's been watching the news. He's right there in the thick of it. So I'm excited. So y'all come back at 1:00 for that. All right. For that interview. I'm excited. This will be, I think this will be, well, really my second interview. Because I did an interview with, I think Ebony, was it with Ebony? Yeah, with Ebony for Sweet Tea. So this will be like my second interview. And I'm going to be trying to do more interviews. I have another, well, I ain't going to talk now. I ain't going to talk because haters is listening, child. I ain't even going to put that information out there because the people be listening. And, I got a phone call coming in. But we got to get out of here, guys. Love you guys down. Oh, shit. Hi, can you give me one moment? Okay, give me one moment. Hold on, guys. Okay, so we got to end the show. Thank you guys so much because this is a very important phone call. I got to take it. Thank you to my moms, Bill Wilson, KVR Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank you so much, Brown Skin Girl, for stopping by. Thank you so much to all of my content creators that stopped by as well. True TV Podcast. Thank you, Purple Unicorn, Deary Talk Show, Messy Host, ATL, Boss Lady Brain, Girlfriend Chronicles, and Love Seeing Her. And thank you so much to all of my Caramelians for stopping by as well. All right, I will see you guys later. Happy Friday to you all. Happy birthday to the birthday-ers in my chat as well. I already gave y'all a little birthday song. Thank y'all. Please come back later. All right. I'm going to try to pop back in before then, but in between time and in the meantime, love you guys down. Enjoy your Friday and bye.